This is Tank's Vlog for November 28th, 2018. We're wrapping up today in sports, and we're brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you can hear on SoundCloud and iTunes. This week we took a week off, so go back and listen to many of our great episodes. And if you have any ideas of what you want to hear in the future, drop us a line. Send it to Frank the Tank Podcast, our Twitter account, and also you can send it to me at NJTank99 on Twitter, or just drop a line here and there. Email us and give us some ideas of what you want to hear going forward for Allow Me to Be Frank. The Buffalo Sabres are back. It's been a long time coming. Sabres have not made the playoffs since 2011. Have only made the playoffs twice in the last 11 years. Have been a dreadful team. Last place finishes, worst team in the NHL last year. But this year, as of 25 games, they are the best team in the NHL. This is the first time in NHL history that has happened. Sabres, Tuesday night, extended their winning streak to 10 games, beating the San Jose Sharks in overtime 3-2 on Jeff Skinner's game winner. The Sabre fans, I bet you they're glad to see their team back. Western New York, truly been a hockey renaissance so far this year. 10-game winning streak, which is equaling a franchise record. It's been a long time coming. Give me 1 second. Here we go. I took care of that smudge. It's a little more clear. In other hockey action on Tuesday night, it was the Senators scoring 3 unanswered goals in the third period to stun the Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers have been struggling as of late, and of course they fired their general manager, Ron Hextall, the other day, and are desperately looking for answers. Curtis McElhinney made 48 saves on Tuesday as the Hurricanes edged the Montreal Canadiens 2-1. It was the Ducks 3-1 winners over the Lightning. A big, nice, strong, solid effort by Ryan Miller, who had 34 saves. The Avalanche got 2 goals for Nathan MacKinnon to beat the Predators 3-2. A stunning win in Nashville. It was the Coyotes 4-3 winners over the Wild. Penguins beat the Jets 4-3. Golden Knights are now looking like they were the team that they were last year. Back over 500 for the first time in all season, at 13-12-1 after an 8-3 shellacking of the Chicago Blackhawks. It was their 4th straight win, and Vegas is finally on a roll. Shea Theodore had 2 goals and an assist in this one. It was the Oilers in overtime beating the Stars 1-0 on Clefboom's first career goal. And the Kings beat the Canucks 2-1 on Dustin Brown's overtime game winner. I don't even know who this Clefboom is. Who's Clefboom? Ah, here it is. It's Oscar Clefboom. Got the game winner in that Oiler game. But the big story probably is the goalie who had a 28 save shutout, Mikko Koskinen. Let's move over to the NBA, where the Knicks' winning streak came to an end as they lost to the Detroit Pistons 115-108. It was the Hawks beating the Heat 115-113. That Miami Heat retirement community is not having a good time as of late, dropping to 7-13, and they have been particularly bad at home, 3-8. It was the Raptors 122-114 over the Grizzlies. Bad night for the Lakers as the Nuggets demolished them in Denver 117-85. And it was the Pacers edging the Suns 109-104 on a strong game by Domantas Sabonis. 3 stars are Mikko Koskinen, who had a 28-save shutout for the Oilers. Curtis McElhinney, who had 48 saves in the Hurricanes' 2-1 win in Montreal. And Domantas Sabonis, who had 21 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists to lead the way for the Indiana Pacers. Today's birthday shout-out goes to a 72 Dolphin legend, Paul Warfield, who turns 76. And we take a look back to 1978, when the Cincinnati Reds inexplicably fired one of the best managers in baseball, Sparky Anderson. In 9 seasons with the Reds, Sparky Anderson only took the Reds to 5 division championships, 4 World Series, and 2 World Championships. And the move came at a very weird time. You usually don't hear managers getting fired at the end of November. But back then, the Reds went on a barnstorming tour of Japan. And when they came back, the GM wanted him to fire his coaches, and he balked. And that led to himself getting fired. And they brought in John McNamara, who led them to do a division title in '79. But the Reds began going downhill from there, and basically this brought the end of the Big Red Machine. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and sportsencyclopedia.com. One particular thing that maybe was funny about Sparky Anderson, he of course went on to manage the Tigers to a World Championship. First manager to manage teams in both leagues to World Series championships, by the way, is that he appeared on an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati after being fired. He says, and he had a funny line at the end of the show, "What is it with the sound? Every time I come here, I get fired." So check that out at Barstool Sports. And of course, Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And listen to many of the great episodes of Allow Me to Be Frank. And again, if you have any ideas, drop a note to @FrankTheTankPod or @NJTank99. Good day.